Hey guys, welcome to Season with Love. I'm Casey. How y'all doing today? I know it's been a minute since I came and chatted with y'all. Um, Let me give y'all a health update. I've been a little sick. Y'all know that this is my last year of life, and I've chosen to document it on YouTube. And last week I told y'all I was going to come and do a bandage change, which I'm going to do today with you guys and show y'all all the medicines I'm on for my daily, that I take daily, well, twice a day for my survival. Okay? So, let's chat a little bit before I go over the medicine. I've been sick with having some more edema, which is swelling and fluid retention. Y'all know I told y'all in the previous video I have swelling in my abdomen, which is happening more and more since it's getting closer to where I'm gonna be really not able to care for myself and and cook. And right now I have a wonderful husband who helps me in and out of the bathtub. Excuse that ringing, y'all. Helps me in and out of the bathtub and takes me to and from all my doctor's appointments. He's my caregiver. He helps me in the kitchen. When y'all see all my videos and my cooking videos, he helps me in the kitchen and washing dishes and doing everything. My sous chef. I love him to death. I don't know what I would do without him. Okay. So I've been in the bed for a couple of weeks, but I'm trying not to let my videos lax. Come chat with me because I have to be able to get up and come and speak with you guys, and I don't want to be in the wheelchair or on any type of equipment keeping me up and help me stay up. So I'm feeling a little bit better today than in the previous days where I couldn't even get out of bed. So I'm on a lot of medication, as y'all can see by the look at this table, for different reasons. The stronger medications I'm on is, I told y'all about last week, is my IV meds, which I keep in this satchel and it's hooked up to this IV pump, which is an at-home IV infusion pump, which is connected to this IV in my chest, which you guys are going to see exactly how it works in a minute when I change my bandages for this. I change the tubing 3 times a week. I change the bandage once a week. And I changed the cassette. This only gives you 24 hours worth of medication. So my wonderful husband mixes my meds and upload it into this cassette, and I hook it up to the machine every night. Without it, I would not be here talking to you wonderful people today. So I thank God for this. And we make sure it's always running, always active. They call me on a regular basis to make sure it's not malfunctioning or everything is good. So I keep it in this little satchel, which goes everywhere with me. It's not, I'm not happy about that because it weighs about 2.5, 3 pounds. So you have to carry what you at all times. So going over my daily routine with my meds is, well, let's talk about what I'm on first. Okay. Obviously, because of my edema and ascites. Ascites is the disease where you retain fluid in your belly. If y'all go on my Instagram, Season with Love, I have some pics there of my belly when it's full of fluid. It's full now, but you guys can't really see because I'm sitting, of fluid. But I will show you guys what it looks like. I get drained with a procedure called a paracentesis, where they insert a tube in they make an incision and insert a tube in your belly and drain the fluid out manually because you cannot urinate it out. It's just too much fluid on the body, which causes strain on the heart, which could eventually cause your death. So every week I go get the fluid taken off of me. But on the days I'm not getting drained, and on the days I'm getting drained, I take plenty of diuretics. I'm on what they call spironolactone, which is a milder diuretic. I take this twice a day. I take 50 milligrams twice a day, which add up to 100 milligrams daily. And that is a diuretic as well as Furosemide. This is a more stronger diuretic, which I'm taking the maximum of this right now. I'm taking 80 milligrams twice a day, which is 160 milligrams daily, which is what is a safe maximum amount. They don't advise you to go over this because these medicines lower your blood pressure significantly, dangerously lows. So, which I'm experiencing now, and that's why I have this blood pressure machine, which I've always had. I check my blood pressure at least 4 times a daily to make sure they're not too low where I have to be hospitalized and go to the hospital because I'm on these multiple diuretics. Okay, so I have 80s and I also have 40s. Because if my blood pressure is to drop really low, they don't want me to take my recommended dosage. I have to go down lower. And if your blood pressure does not increase, I have to just stop taking the diuretics altogether for that day or that time period. Okay. So I'm on a couple of diuretics for that. I'm also on, right now, this is antibiotics I'm on because I just had 2 teeth pulled, which has made me a little sick, and which is why I haven't been doing the come and chat with me. I had to have a couple of them taken out. I still have more that need to be taken out, but it's not safe for me right now. So I'm healing from that. I also am on what they call Loperamide, and I'm on that. I take 1 capsule by mouth every 4 hours as needed for diarrhea. I'm on that for diarrhea because a lot of these medications, the side effects are diarrhea, nausea, vomiting. So I'm on meds for those side effects, as well as when your body naturally declines and your organs are struggling, the body sometimes stops functioning normally, like, with digestion and things of that nature. You tend to lose, and then I'm on a lot of diuretics, so I'm losing a lot of fluids, and diarrhea aiding in that is making you a lot sicker than you normally would be. And I'm also on this is Zofran, which I take 3 times a day for nausea and vomiting, which I suffer from very frequently. And that's all the medications that I'm on for my daily, for my diuretics and my daily antibiotics and diarrhea and nausea. Now I'm on what they call Opsumit. It's for my pulmonary arterial hypertension, abbreviated as PAH. Okay, and I'm on Opsumit for that. I take 1 tablet of Opsumit daily. This is a very strong and hazardous med. You can't even touch it if you're pregnant or plan on getting pregnant because it will cause retardation and things of that nature in your unborn child. So I tend to keep that out of reach of all people, not just children, And that's for my PAH as well as Velletri. Now, I'm going to let y'all see this Velletri and how it gets mixed and all that probably next week when I'm talking to y'all. My husband's going to mix and do a demonstration on how he gets my medicine prepared for me daily, because he prepares it every night, daily. I'm probably going to record him preparing it for you guys next week sometime. This is also for my PAH that's keeping me alive. And I take a regular inhaler for my pulmonary arterial hypertension as well because that's causing the lungs to fail. I have severe right-sided heart failure from my lung disease and lung failure. So I'm on this regular inhaler as needed 4 times a day. I'm also on an annuity ellipta inhaler. Okay, I take this once a day. You have to rinse your mouth after you take this. It will cause mouth cancer if you don't rinse your mouth thoroughly after you take that an inhaler of that strength. You know. So now, as for my pain regimen, y'all know you can't go wrong with having that good old extra strength Tylenol. But this does nothing for me, okay, for my pain that I'm in, which is very unfortunate, okay. So then they tried to up me up with this tramadol, you know, and it says I can take 2 tablets by mouth every 8 hours as needed for severe pain. And that's a 50 milligram tablets, so I take 100 milligrams every 8 hours for severe pain. But this was not strong enough for me with my pain. Unfortunately, I'm in a lot of pain daily as my body deteriorates, unfortunately. And so I have this tramadol, and that is a synthetic narcotic. No, so that's a narcotic pain medication right there. And so that wasn't strong enough, the tramadol, for me. So now I'm on a stronger and not synthetic, obviously, morphine, oral solution morphine, as you guys can see. And I take the morphine 0.50 milliliters by mouth every 4 hours as needed. But they want me to take it on a regular basis too. They want me to take it every 6 hours regularly, whether I'm in pain or not, to get ahead of my pain so I won't be bedridden and suffering, just so I can have some type of life at the end of my life. They want me to be able to get up and smile and be happy and keep a smile on my face, because with this comes a lot of depression and misery, and just knowing that you're gonna die, you know, it's hard. Like, you know, I have a 10-year-old. I don't know if I told you guys about my baby. So just thinking about leaving him on this earth without a mom, it's very hard, you know. Even I'm getting choked up sitting here just thinking about him, you know, because, you know, we're best friends. He's my best friend. I'm his best friend. And we talk about everything, and he comes to me with everything. Things he don't talk about with everybody because, unfortunately, my son suffers from autism. And he's been in special classes for his autism since he was 2 years old. You know, he was very delayed as a baby and as a child. And so we're working on that with him. And being in my situation with a child with special needs, it doubles the I want to say the state of mind that I have to constantly maintain, not only for him but for the rest of my family, you know. And it's difficult for all parties involved, and I know it's going to be even harder for him as a child with special needs who really needs both their parents to just have his dad, you know. But luckily his dad is amazing, you know, with him and dealing with him with his disability, and I'm lucky to have that man in my life, you know. He's his stepfather, but he's his dad if you ask him, you know. And he's lucky, and I'm lucky as well to have a person like that come into our lives and make everything better. And, you know, I'm glad that he's here for my son. And, you know, when I cannot be. And that gives me some type of peace. And, you know, because that's the main thing, like dying in peace, you know, not dying with stress and taking stress with you to a place where you've been raised to believe is paradise. taking misery with you there. It's not something that you want to do, you know. So I'm gonna continue to talk to you guys. All right, I went over all my meds. Oh, this box right here is called Narcan. Now I'm not familiar with this, but it's supposedly because I'm on multiple um, um, narcotics. This is supposed to be if you accidentally overdose on morphine or, you know, this tramadol. If you accidentally take too much and you're unresponsive, then that's then and only then when you open up this box. You don't open up this box unless you need to use it, you know. And this is what, yeah, if you have an opioid overdose. So this is a device in here that would save your life if you had an accidental overdose or a purposeful purpose. Some people try to end their life themselves. So the pharmacy will often provide this when they're giving you this. And they give me so much of this, you know, because they come in small bottles and I take so much of it, you know, they constantly provide it for me. So that's why they, by law, provide this Narcan, you know, Narcan nasal spray. You know, for my husband would give it to me if I accidentally overdosed or was unresponsive on the opioids. So that's all the medicines that I'm on, you guys. This right here is, I'm pretty sure y'all know they put the finger on your thing at the hospital. I have to test my oxygen levels about 3-4 times a day. And I'm also on insulin. I give myself insulin injections. That's not here because you have to keep it refrigerated, and right now I'm upstairs in my bedroom. But I will show you guys that when my husband is, next week when I record him preparing the meds, I'll be downstairs where he prepares my medication at, and I'll show you guys how I use my insulin, okay, because I'm also diabetic, unfortunately. So all these ailments aid into, you know, what my daily routine consists of. And what keeps me happy and keep me smiling through all this, because people be like, oh, you're an inspiration. And I really try to be for everyone. You know, I want to inspire. I want to get my story out there because I might be able to help somebody who's dying and don't know how to deal with that, you know. And when people ask me, oh, how you doing? And I won't ever say, oh, I'm suffering in pain and I couldn't get up today. And I'll just tell them the truth, you know. I'm happy because I am every day. I'm happy that God woke me up today. I'm happy that I got another day to see my baby's face and spend another day with my beautiful husband, you know, and my family. I got to see my children, my boys, my daughters. I got to speak to my grandchildren. I'm happy every day I get another day, another moment in a day. I'm happy for that, and I'm grateful. So when people be like, oh, how you doing? I tell them, I'm okay, I'm happy, you know, and I won't complain. I can't complain, you know. And I told my nurses at the hospital, I refuse to ask why I was chosen for this, you know, why me? Because I know that I'm strong enough to handle it. A lot of people wouldn't be strong enough to deal with this. They would have gotten that bed and been dead a long time ago. They would never got out. They would have been like, you know, I'm dying. What's the sense, you know? And I said, I don't want to have that mentality. I don't want that to be me. I can't have that be me. Not for my baby, not for my husband, not for my family. I want to spend every second of every day loving on my family and doing what I love, which is cooking, you know. So I try to get all of my meals out. I want my kids to be able to go on YouTube and get everything that they love that I make after I'm gone. If they forget a recipe or they can't find a cookbook, pick up that YouTube. You pull up that YouTube video. Yeah, I think mommy made that on YouTube. And just thinking about it puts a smile on my face, baby. I'm telling y'all, it puts a smile on my face. Just thinking about how they're going to be able to come back and see me talking and let them know I love each and every one of you. I love all of y'all so much, okay? And I don't want y'all ever to forget it, you know, that I'm there. Trust and believe, you know. I might not be there in person, but I'm there in spirit. I'm there in your heart, and I'm always going to be there in your mind, okay? And don't y'all ever forget it. Now, I'm going to get this table cleared up and get ready to change this bandage for y'all, okay? We can do some more chatting after that. Y'all stay tuned on Season with Love.